Welcome to the station crew. Enjoy your stay.
This round I took the role of Vincent Stolsky, the bartender. I began the shift behind the bar, accompanied by a monkey named Mojo 6. I wanted to read up on the secrets of drink flinging before the first patrons came in. However, the monkey decided to interrupt me. I dealt with it promptly. After changing bloodied clothes and equipping a double-barreled shotgun, I was more or less ready to work. The floor behind the bar was a bloody mess. I like involving assistants. They are bored most of the time and I needed this shit cleaned. So I messaged Jaden Boyer to ask if he's busy. I wanted to ask him to bring me some janitorial supplies, but shortly after that message, someone threw his limp body into the kitchen behind the bar. I decided that quick is more important than fun, so this time around I messaged the quartermaster to order me a janitorial crate. As you can guess, I never got a reply. The floor had to remain disgusting a little bit longer. That was also the time when the power went out. And to make matters worse, a clown was a regular guest at my bar, and he kept honking out songs throughout the entirety of my shift. Eventually the power came back on, and I was able to serve my first client. When the kitchen chef appeared, I pretended that the butchered monkey is actually a present from me. That's how you make friends in space. After trying to message supply a dozen times and hearing rumors of quartermaster running around with a meat grinder, I decided to leave the bar for a moment and visit the cargo bay myself. The bloodied floor started to get on my nerves and I needed to clean it. I finally managed to request a box of cleaning supplies and they promised to haul it to the bar for me. And as you can guess, I never heard from them again. Back at the bar I had a second client of that day, a lizard called Beats the Rats, but the dirty floor was distracting me so much I managed to fuck up her order 3 times. Thankfully, she was understanding, and even agreed to help me clean the floor somehow. The chef decided to pay me back for the monkey meat I supplied him with, and with botanist's help he made me a melon keg full of vodka. However, thanks to my bartending prowess I was able to tell that someone pissed in it, and I knew exactly who pissed in it just by taste alone. Chef tried to appease me with a dish called pig in a blanket and forced it into my hand. It went where it belonged. Kitchen staff was dead to me. I did the mistake of asking the clown if he wants anything to drink. He came up to the bar and cleared the counter of all the promotional drinks within seconds. Now that I think about it, it was somewhat impressive. The crew was alerted of a meteor storm, but I didn't pay much attention to it until I realized that everything on the station north from the bar got fucking deleted. Thankfully space engineers were actually competent, unlike the cargo bay. Then that absolute gem of a lizard approached the bar and threw a cleaner grenade behind the counter. Eats the Rats was the hero we needed but didn't deserve. The floor was finally clean and I could work in peace. The station's detective showed up at my bar, looking extremely cool. Pretending I wasn't jealous of his coolness, I nonchalantly approached him and asked if he wants anything to drink. He said no. I was devastated. Meanwhile I got attacked by a bee. Who the fuck let a bee on a space station? I suspected the shitheads from Cargo Bay. The clown gave me a banana and asked me to make him a banana honk. Banana honk is a special drink that causes anyone who drinks it to laugh hysterically. I made him the drink and forgot about it. Five minutes later the clown came back and threw me an expensive premium cigar. I wanted to smoke it so much I didn't think it through. Motherfucker soaked it in banana honk. Our shift turned out to be one of the longer ones, but thankfully it was a quiet one, save for a few honks. Me, Eats the Rats and Detective Jeremy Trenton hanged out at the bar for the most of it. Jeremy talked how security was understaffed and he didn't have too many responsibilities thanks to that. We both agreed it's a good excuse to get a drink. He drank only White Russians, which only made him even more cool. On the other hand, Eats the Rats turned out to be a bit of an experimenter with an unusually strong head. With every drink she asked for a stronger one than the last, and save for a glassy look in her eyes, she seemed mostly sober despite having a killer cocktail in her stomach. She told us how the quartermaster was trying to turn her into minced meat earlier, and all became clear why he was running around with that damn grinder instead of helping me get the janitorial crate. I did not spare those two from my comments about the suspected brain capacity of cargo technicians, or more likely the lack of thereof. Nothing much happened for the rest of the shift, except some chuckle fuck throwing a makeshift cabbage bomb filled with drugs into the bar. When the cloud of drugs lifted, everyone was high as a kite and the floor was covered in a fancy carpet, so nobody really complained.
The emergency shuttle has been called.
Someone called the emergency shuttle, and that meant the shift ending soon. I quickly brewed myself something stronger, and we were ready to head out to evac, a bit bummed out that our drinking got interrupted. We had about 3 minutes until the shuttle departed, so I allowed myself to go at a slow, chill walking pace, like the badass I am. I still didn't have the station's layout memorized, but I assumed the direction. Where people were running and screaming in panic was the direction in which I'd find the evac. We passed some glowing green mushrooms which unsurprisingly were growing out of the kitchen. Of course we didn't care. The detective understood my need for a slow, chill, badass walking pace, and so he adopted one as well. When we felt the extremely low atmosphere, detective broke into a sprint. Shame. Thought he was cool. All I did was just reach for internals and wanted to continue my slow, chill, badass and cool walking pace. However, the lizard friend had more brains than me and knew I'd die if I continued my shenanigans. She started dragging me to the shuttle. Nice. Someone put a labyrinth of doors in the evac room, definitely breaking at least 50 space safety laws. There we were, safe in an emergency shuttle, locked in with a clown and an obnoxious music instrument. You know, probably a lot happened while we were sitting in that bar, like I don't know, half the station exploding. I was kinda glad I didn't have to experience the frantic panic of keeping everything together with a roll of duct tape. Eats the Rats and Detective Jeremy were really nice, and I get to top it off with surviving the shift on the emergency Never mind then. Oh hey look, the clown was giving out medals to everyone. Let's see. Vincent Stoltzky awarded the Distinguished Conduct Medal, is actually doing his job, also really handsome. You fucking know it, babe.